Titus? Who's that? He's a guy for whom my polls didn't go so well. That's who Titus is. But you know what? That's alright. Honestly, I've mentioned this before, but I don't even like Titus anyway. I know he's really good, but I don't need him, and it'll be fine. That's the sound of copium. That's the sound of me trying to make it okay. But really, it will be okay, and I know it will. This run, though, this is the first 0 turns run I have done without Noctis. And I can't even pretend that I came up with this strategy because I didn't. In fact, I'm pretty sure both Kazel and No Limits did this exact setup also. Same calls and everything. The Ferris call is so stupidly strong here because these bugs are very tanky, but nothing is tanky with the Ferris call. So that worked out well. This is actually probably I don't want to say it's the first time I've used it because it isn't, but this is probably where I found it the most useful, for me in particular. It really, really made a big difference here. So I'm not gonna lie, I was trying to 0 turn this with other setups and other calls and stuff, and lightning was legit hitting 1s on these bugs without the Ferris call. The second we drop it, she caps. So that's huge. As far as what I'm doing right now with lightning, it may look like I'm just stalling, and that kind of is what I'm doing. Really what I'm trying to do is utilize her abilities in a way that is going to give us the most breaks, because what I'm trying to do right now is build that summon as fast as possible, because we're going to switch things up. We're going to actually go into the summon before the burst, which I pretty much never do. But for this run, that's what we're going to do, because we're going for 0. What I'm attempting to set up here is to get this summon built up all the way by the time it's Core's turn, at least. Well, okay, well, Core can spam a little bit without taking turns, but not for long. He's no lightning in that regard. So by the time it's his turn, he should be able to spam just enough to get that summon up. We can go in and then get lightning out while we're in the summon. And then we'll be good. I mean, you'll see how it works out from here on out. Yeah, speaking of, hey, it's Core's turn. And it's so close. So close yet so far. Oh, look, another break. Let's take it. And I understand that he starts with a free skill. We're not going to use it, because we still need to build this up. We are going to get to 10 stacks. We need one more break. So you guys got to recover. One more should do it. Perfect. Rainbows. And now we have to summon, or we will take a turn. So we're summoning. Which means that we can now link up with Terra while we're in here for free. Perfect. And of course we're not going to LD. We're in the summon. Absolutely not. Okay. Her turn is at the end. Okay, you have to get out of here in just a second. Okay, this is almost the perfect setup. Almost. The only problem is outside of the summon, if you can see there. Core is going before Terra. That's bad. So fingers crossed for turn rate. Thank you! Now, would you guys like to know how to utilize a Cloud of Darkness friend without taking any turns at all? Here's how you do it. You bring her in at the very last turn of the summon, and you LD. That gives her breaks, consecutive turns, which means free. Now, we got the burst effect going. So we did all that work, we did all that setup. Terra, do your thing. So now she can go into this burst. Oh, but first, the Hope Call for Magic and Peril. Since if you don't know, I mean it does say, but if you didn't check, which I know a lot of people don't, but these things are immune to all forms of elemental resist down. When that's the case, that includes framed versions, by the way. That's why you can't use, well, you can use them, but I wouldn't recommend it. That's why you shouldn't use Kurasame when you're fighting stuff like I don't know why, this is like a really long way around what I'm trying to say, but a lot of people were asking, hey, can I use Kurosame on like the Medusa heads, like for example? And yeah, you can. He'll deal with the orb, but you won't get his debuff. And what is Kurosame without that debuff? Not a Kurosame I want to use. Weird tangent, but yeah, that's just an example, I guess. An unnecessary example. There you go. However, Bart's can get around that, because his elemental weakness is in the form of an aura, which bosses cannot do a damn thing about. So there's that. So now everybody's capping. Or close to it anyway. Good enough. So now, if we want to maintain 0, the most important thing to do, other than keep the Terra loops coming, is to make sure that Cloud of Darkness stays on the field. She cannot leave. Which can be awkward. If she gets a break at the wrong time, and wears out all of her turns, lightning is going to come back, and then we're screwed. I mean, we'd still win, but we're going for 0, like I said. Really, what this is right now is this is me taking out my frustrations and my bad Titus pulls on these stupid bugs. That's really all I'm doing. I wanted to bring a setup that just absolutely obliterated them without Titus, and this is the setup. I cannot stress enough how much these calls are helping right now with the damage output. There's no way we'd be hitting like this if we didn't have these calls. In case you forgot, these calls would be Ferris, Jack, and Hope. That's what's really helping with this. Normally, I wouldn't opt for Hope or Ferris. I would just go with Kurosame and Garan, but no, not for this. Again, like I said before, they resist the elemental imperil, so Kurosame call is useless for this fight. And maybe I could have went with Gabron, but I don't think we really needed it. I think it was a better idea to do the Hope call, because that way both Terra and Cloud of Darkness could take serious advantage of it. That's boosting their brave damage so much. Okay, so that means she can throw out another one of these. Okay, she is allowed one more break and that's it. So now it's all about timing. This orb, as you can see, is staying the same. For those who don't know, the orb for this fight is consecutive turns. Or, I don't think they word it that way. I think it's like, I don't remember how they word it, but it's like you have to use a skill that will give you another turn right away. That's how it works. And have you met Terra? All she does is take all the turns. Have you met Lightning earlier? That's all she does too. Didn't quite get the break. Uh-oh. Alright, that's the last one you're allowed. We cannot let you leave. You have to stay here to get this done. So, managing that is going to be very important. She gets another break, then it's over. So there's one moment you'll see right here where I saved the run. If I didn't do this, it would not have been 0. So we reset. She should have one LD left after this, I want to say. Yeah, she's got one left. Meteor shower. Four and 5. We are almost there. This is the moment right here. They're about to recover. If I were to attack right now, they would have recovered and Cloud of Darkness would have broke them. So we see 65, so Terra can get the breaks. Blast them. Beautiful. I should have used the EX for the flashy finish. Missed opportunities, but that's okay. That, my friends, is 0. I hope the rest of you are enjoying your Tituses. Have fun with your Titus. Do some cool shit with Titus for me, because I can't. Alright. You guys take care. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching.